Going to be broadcasting from 6 till 8 in the morning.
Snooze 30. That's, I don't know. That's terribly early for a Saturday.
There was a line last year, so.
There's always a line.
It's a good time.
Good times had by all. Up next, here he is. Jerry's Bait and Tackle. I don't even know what you're doing with that. Stop what you're doing right there.
Well, I heard about you're going to be at the Healthy Living Festival tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is there like an unhealthy living festival? Because I think
it's happening right here, right now. This is it, the Unhealthy Living Festival. That's as good as it gets.
So you're doing something for that. I thought I heard Tony mention something about you're cooking something or campfire or something.
I'm part of the Progressive Fire Pit Dinners. Hey. And this window's like a mirror, dude. I can see exactly what you're doing. We're calling them wood fire pizza bites. Doesn't that sound good?
That does. That sounds
It makes you want to come. I know.
Oh, absolutely. As long as I can bring my cigarettes and an open beer and walk around to the thing.
I think there's a whole thing about no open container in the park. I don't know.
There would be a lot of people there.
Oh, yeah.
I bring my nephews. I told him off, sir. I told him not to, but these kids don't listen.
Yeah, you'll shove the beer in his hand. That's fantastic.
So are you doing like these pizza bites like on a rake or something? Have you seen like where they put the marshmallows on a garden rake?
I'm doing a pie iron thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm stuffing them. Yeah.
Are they good? I mean, obviously they're good. You got invited.
Well, look at me. They've got to be fantastic.
Oh,
right?
That's right.
I've had a couple too many wood fire pizza bites.
Oh, I was going to say pizza bites. That's what you're talking about.
All right.
I didn't know how much the drinking started early this morning.
Right. Always. 5:30 a.m., rain or shine. Let's get it started.
KWPC Muscatine, AM 860, broadcasting live from the Unity Point Health Studios.
Now, shall we begin?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bait's in the bucket, the boat's on the water, and your radio's tuned to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoors Show. Heard every Friday morning right here at 9 a.m. on the Voice of Muscatine. Hey, if you're looking for some fishing reports or want to learn how to put a few more fish on the hook, you got it tuned to the right place. You might even have a laugh or two. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show starts right now. Brought to you by Deaf Guy Taxidermy. See the difference. Fines Corners Wholesale Bait and Tackle Distributors, the Sicilian Pizzeria, where they deliver everything but babies, Froze Pub and Grub, home of cold drinks and warm friends, and RB's Outback. They got your bottom covered down at RB's Outback Bait and Tackle.
Yes, I'm a thoroughbred, she said. You know, I wrote a song this morning. I think it's just appropriate for what's going on, you know? Ebola, E-B-O-L-A, I say Ebola. I met her on a plane from Liberia where they drink goat urine just like Coca-Cola. Ebola, I'm tired of hearing about it.
Oh, it's everywhere.
You know, it's crazy. When did this happen? I mean, don't more people die from influenza than they do Ebola? And now it's just, I'm over it.
Everything. I think you're more likely to get struck by lightning.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so. But we're just blowing this out of proportion like we do. And speaking of blowing things out of proportions, you're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. So did you guys enjoy last week's Christmas show?
I did.
I think so. I think I checked in with Monica up there at the front desk, and we pretty much wiped out everything.
Yep.
There's only a couple things left here. I'll take those home with me. We'll make a little bit of an announcement towards the end of the show, because if you like the Christmas show, you're going to like next week's show. And you're going to like this week's show because we got Shannon Spooner from Deaf Guy Taxidermy, one of the sponsors on my show. We had him earlier in the season, and now he's back, and he's got a whole ton of new information to give us. But after we get through with Travis, we'll get on to Shannon. So let's get on with what's going on. Last night, I went fishing out on the Cedar River, and I lead an interesting life. And what I mean by that is when I'm out fishing, people come up and talk to me. I had an older guy come up and talk to me last night, and we got talking like guys do, and eventually the weather comes up. And he says to me, he goes, well, this is going to be a real mild winter. I said, well, why is it going to be a mild winter? He goes, well, because the skunk cabbage is short. I said, skunk cabbage? I've never heard of skunk cabbage. I mean, I grew up in the neighborhood, and all my friends that are listening to me now, and they know who they are. I mean, I'm well versed in skunk weed, but skunk cabbage, I've never, heard about. So I went home and I researched it, and it is. It's a toxic weed that grows in the wetlands, and it'll start actually coming out in February or early March. And if you go out and you look for the skunk cabbage, it actually produces heat and melts the snow away from the plant, which it was just totally interesting about it. But the thing was, I read this thing about, it's an old wives' tale, that if the skunk cabbage is short, it'll be a mild winter. Earlier this week, I just heard a story that Lake Michigan is 6 degrees colder than it should be, so it's going to be a harsh winter. So I have no idea on these wives' tales. So obviously, we're going to have a real warm winter, and Lake Michigan is going to be a harsh winter up there. So with the 200 miles difference, that's the way it goes. But anyway, I went out fishing last Saturday, and I tell you what, Saturday morning between 7:30 and 10:30, the crappie were biting really good. As soon as that sun peaked up, it's still dark about 7 o'clock, but that sun peaked up, and once it illuminated that water, the crappie really started biting. About 10:30, somebody reached their hand in and shut the valve down, and it was over. And that's just the way it goes this time of year. Now, Sunday, me and my buddy, we got up real early, about 7 o'clock, went out to the same hole. Nothing. Sunday was a terrible wash out there, and that front had moved in, and the sun didn't shine. So everything's going to be dependent on the temperature and the sun shining. If the sun's shining, you're going to have more active fish. Other than that, we cruised the whole countryside. We went up to Iowa City, or not Iowa City, up to Davenport, to Westlake on Sunday, because they had stocked the trout, but there must have been about 15 or 20 guys, and we were all batting 1,000 up there. Nobody was catching anything.
Really?
Yeah, and that was because that front moved through. So that kind of shut everything down. Then we ended up over by the ballpark. We went up to the dam there, and just a whole lot of nothing going on Sunday. So speaking of a whole lot of nothing going on, who do we got on the phone? Do we got my good buddy RB on there?
Yeah.
Hey, how's things shaking out down by you, RB?
Well, down the bottom, the crappies, like you said, there's no sense in getting in no big hurry because they ain't hitting right there at daybreak. They're hitting more, like you said, as soon as that water gets illuminated.
Mm-hmm.
And on the catfish, as far as the river goes, we're having better luck taking large minnows and smashing them than we are using any stink baits because the water temperature is pretty cold.
Right, yeah. And we've talked about that before when that water temperature, I think I read something was like 56 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, 56, 57.
Well, your stink bait works on being loose when it gets into the warmer water that lets that scent go down.
Leaves that trail.
Leaves that trail in the water. When the water gets this cold, what happens is that stink bait will want to coagulate on itself because it's basically oil and flour and cheese mixture. But oil has a lot to do with it, and the oil won't flow when the water's that cool.
Right. Once in a while, one will stumble by your stink bait and snatch it up, but as far as it working like it's supposed to work, it don't happen in cold water.
Last night when I was out fishing on the Cedar, it came up a little bit. We had those, I don't know if you remembered last week, but it rained kind of like every day.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I still got puddles.
Yeah. Hey, but my basement's dry.
Hey, now.
That's something. But anyway, the Cedar was up a little bit. I went out last night because I'm trying to go through a lot of extra bait that I got, and boy, we are going to have, if these catfish can make it through the winter, we are going to have a crop of catfish next year because I caught probably 20 catfish. They were all 10 to 12 inches, just little ones, but man, they were ferocious last night. 2 poles, bang, 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 bang. And I got out.
Are you using your crawdads then, or?
Nope, I was just using night crawlers. I got like 2 flats of crawlers I'm trying to burn through. So that means that the catfish is a pretty good.
Just use live bait or, like I said, smash minnows. Kind of lean away from your stink baits.
Right. So what else is happening down there? Tubes opened up, or they got those shut down, or?
No, they're open. They're not running right now.
Mm-hmm.
But with going into the duck season, they kind of want you to stay out of that area. I mean, they don't do nothing to you for it, but
Right.
you got a lot of buckshot heading over your heads down there.
All right. Well, that's pretty much
Once
it.
in a while, Tony. Tony's just duck.
So I got a little bit of news for you here, Randy.
What's that, sir?
As far as I know, it's 9:10. Travis will be on today.
Oh.
And he knows you've been gunning for him, so I watch out, my friend.
You mean that phantom fisherman I had down there 2 weeks ago?
I am going to let that go, and you boys can work it out amongst yourself. Because here's the deal. Now, Trevor is Travis's cousin. We talked about this last week. We talked about it before, and he's dating your youngest daughter.
Right.
So now, if he ends up marrying your daughter, will that make you his uncle-in-law, Travis's uncle-in-law?
It'd be like his own grandpa, won't he?
I have no idea how it works.
I don't know how it works. Right.
I don't know how it works south of Rigos. I really don't. I just go down there and go fishing.
We're still in Iowa, not Missouri.
All right, cool beans. Hey, Daddy-O, give out your number, give out your address, and let's sell some bait today.
Yep, we're down there at the Outback on Stewart Road, 7 miles from the truck stop, 16114 County Road X61. 563-506-0490. We're going to be open till the end of the month, and then we're going to shut her down for the winter.
Absolutely.
We'll be open next March.
All right, cool beans. Hey, you want to make
fishing more?
Yeah, make sure that you get out and get your fishing done early, because I guess we're supposed to get like 30-mile-an-hour winds this afternoon or something like that.
What?
That's what I heard. Travis put that up this morning. So.
Well, I'll be giving you a call, Jerry, and we'll have to get back out there one more time.
Oh, absolutely, buddy boy.
All righty.
All right, we'll see you, Randy. Thanks a lot. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We're going to slide in commercial break, and we'll be right back with Travis Love.
Pop a top again. I've just got time for one more round. Set 'em up, my friend. Then I'll be gone, and you can let some other fool sit down. The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Okay, class, it's time for a pop quiz. What does the best pizza in Wilton plus the best subs in Wilton equal? Pencils down. Johnny, what did you get for your answer?
Sicilian Pizzeria?
That is correct.
The Sicilian Pizzeria is Wilton's #1 spot for lunch and dinner. Treat yourself, your family, coworkers, or friends to a specialty pizza from the Sicilian Pizzeria. Their buffalo chicken, Romano Ranch, Gladiator, or Viagra will satisfy your hunger. If one of their specialty pizzas is not enough, add one of their killer subs or an appetizer to your order. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria today at 563-732-9396.
McGriddle's got the middle. McGriddle's got the middle. McGriddle's got the middle. Got the best in the middle. Right in the middle of my McGriddles are the fluffiest eggs that you ever did eat. Got my syrup tasting maple with the sausage cause I'm able, tasting all kind of good. Got me trapping on the beat. McGriddle's got the middle. McGriddle's got the middle. Got the best in the middle.
Eggs, melty cheese, and sausage or bacon all in the middle of 2 warm griddle cakes that fit right in the middle of your hand. Paired with sweet, creamy McCafe coffee, there's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. McGriddle sandwich at participating McDonald's.
I just saw the first sign of fall.
Ooh, are the leaves changing colors?
No.
Did the temperature drop?
No.
Football season?
No.
What sign are you talking about?
The sign in the McDonald's window. They brought back their pumpkin spice latte. I cannot wait for my next coffee break.
Ooh, make that our next coffee break?
Indulge a little with the McCafe Pumpkin Spice Latte, brewed with 100% espresso from Rainforest Alliance certified farms. It's the perfect way to bring in the fall season. At participating McDonald's.
Hey, here's the deal, Lemonfield. You're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. I'm KWPC, the voice of Muscatine, AM 860.
But what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
All right, we're back on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We had this guest with us earlier in the season, and I'm always amazed by this guy. He does excellent work in the world of taxidermy, and that's Shannon Spooner, and he's with Deaf Guy Taxidermy. Now, if you're playing along at home and you're on a computer, first of all, don't shut the app off. But go to deafguytaxidermy.com, and you're going to see all of Shannon's work on there. And he does exquisite work. And the other thing that's amazing about Shannon is he is totally 100% deaf, but yet he reads lips so incredibly well and so fast. You know, yeah, and just people are like, oh, that guy isn't deaf, but you are. You're totally 100% deaf.
Yes, I am.
But I don't want to dwell on the deaf part. We covered that last time. But we are approaching Halloween now. So does your house get egged a lot because you're not answering the door for the trick-or-treaters?
No, it doesn't get egged.
No, it doesn't get egged.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you're in the taxidermy business. You can throw deer guts at them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. So anyway, we're into this time of year now that hunting season is on. We were talking a little bit earlier in the green room before you came on. You said the birds. Right now, you're getting inundated with a lot of birds.
Yeah, I got roughly about 20 waterfowl in so far. Mm-hmm. No deer in yet. Mm-hmm. I usually don't get a lot of deer in during the bull season. Mm-hmm. I get a lot during the shotgun season.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And we were talking about that too. You think a bow hunter deer would be a lot easier to taxidermy than a shotgun deer.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it? I mean, like you were saying something about if you get a group of 10 guys shooting the same deer.
Yeah.
That looks like a massacre. So, other than that, now, what we discussed last time was that you had the taxidermy business, but you have some other news that's going along with that. You're throwing your hat in the old bait market.
Yes. I am. Thanks to you. Yeah, you gave me the idea.
We'll see what you say in about 6 months.
Yeah. No, you gave me the idea. Uh-huh. I thought to incorporate a little bait and tackle with my taxidermy business. Mm-hmm. So my announcement is I will, this spring sometime, I'll be building a new taxidermy shop, and I'm going to incorporate bait and tackle shop. At north end of Clinton. I'm roughly about 2 blocks from a boat landing. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that should be killer.
I figured it was a no-brainer.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. But what ties in, and we were talking about this, and me and RB talk about it too, is over the wintertime, typically you're really slow. You're ice fishing, not so much as it is during the summertime. But the great part about this is you have the taxidermy to go with it, and that's typically when you pick up. You know, the hunt season done, everybody's getting ready to go and all that stuff.
Yeah, my busy season is roughly around about the end of October to the end of February.
Okay,
that's where I get the majority of my work.
I believe we've got Travis on the phone, so we are going to slide into him real quick and we'll be right back to you, Shannon. Travis, you there, my boy? There we go. Whether it's tips, tricks, gear, or tournament info, anything that you need related to the bass angling world is right here on Bass Nation with Travis Lovey on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. All right, we got you there, my boy.
I'm here, buddy.
There you go. So anyway, I kind of gave Randy the heads up that you're really not liking him coming in here crashing you on the radio when you're not on.
Oh, he's a good old boy.
Oh, yeah, he is. And you guys are going to be practically family anyway, so you might as well get used to it now.
Something like that. I don't know.
So I was seeing on Facebook, you went out Sunday. How did your Sunday happen for you?
It wasn't too bad. We had a decent little morning. I mean, we didn't catch nothing big, but we stumbled upon some fish, and it was pretty slow, but we managed to figure out what they were wanting. Just it was not quite what we anticipated for this time of year. It's kind of weird. But we ended up I don't know, we had half a dozen nice fish that we caught, but it's not like we should have been crappie fishing, but all the guys that were out seemed like they were doing pretty good. But yeah, we were usually this time of year, like I've talked before, I really kind of like to throw some crankbaits around and stuff and get some baits, some moving baits going, spinner baits and what have you, but it was it just wasn't happening. The crankbaits and stuff like that, we were just end up breaking the flipping sticks out and throwing some jigs around some of the deeper brush piles and that, and managed to pick up some fish that way. And so it was all was lost, but a little bit different pattern than I figured would be. So
right, and let's talk about that for a minute. The flipping rods or the flipping sticks. I get a lot of people asking me, and I'm just gonna. You're a Bass Pro, or our equivalent to Bass Pro here.
Yeah, not quite.
I don't blow you up too big, but you've done some stuff in the world of bass. Why would a guy need a flipping rod? What differs from a flipping rod from a regular rod in the world of bass fishing?
Yeah, there's flipping and pitching is a technique that's been around the world of bass fishing for quite a few years. Back in like the 70s, it was kind of something that was brought upon by I can't remember the guy's name, but it's basically you're not casting the bait. You're not rearing back and letting her fly. You're using your wrist to kind of make small, short little strokes into your cover, whether it be a bush, a tree, weeds, whatever. And so you're using your wrist more, not your whole arm. And pitching is where you're just kind of throwing that bait in. Flipping is where you're pulling the line back with your other hand and pulling that bait out of the water, and then representing it into your cover. Two different similar techniques but different names.
All right.
And utilizing a flipping stick, you're going to get a rod that's going to be very stout, usually a heavy action. At least I like mine to be at least 7'3". At least that. The one I'm using now is actually 7'10". And there's the heavy action coupled with the longer rod. What that does when you're flipping, you're usually in heavy cover, whether it be a down tree, grass, something that's heavy cover. And when that bass eats that bait, he's aggressive. You need to get him moving, and by being able to moving towards you to get him in the boat, and by swinging that big long rod, you're picking up a lot more line. You're able to move more line with the sweep of a rod, and you're getting that bass coming towards you. And then also the heavy action is allowing you to really horse on him to get him moving, because if he's wedged in that brush pile, the odds are stacked against you, the fisherman.
Right.
Because they'll wrap up, they'll get in there, and the more you can get them cranked, the better the chances are of you landing that fish.
Well, I didn't realize that I had flipping rods. Well, I got a lot of flipping stuff. Depending on the day, flipping rod, flipping kids, flipping sinker, flipping line,
flipping basement.
Yep. We'd like to call them broomsticks, or there's a lot of different names for them out there. Right. But it's one of the techniques I really have a lot of faith in. Sometimes I call it the meat and potatoes. It's when the bite gets tough, you put that thing in your hand and put a jig on. Usually, a jig, a 3/8, or even most of the time I'm throwing a half-ounce jig or heavier. That's what you're going to be using on a flipping rod, a jig, or like a Texas rig soft plastic, a creature-style bait or a worm or something like that. That's what you're going to be using with a flipping stick. And there's a lot of great companies out there making some really good rods nowadays. I use all the rods I use are Duckett fishing rods, the White Ice series and the Ghost series rods. Great rods, very lightweight, well built, stout rods. And then you've got some Abu Garcia, their V series, the Veritas and the Vendettas and things like that. There's a lot of those out there. They're great rods, and they're good and affordable for the the guy out there.
Right.
Even if you're just out fishing for fun, there's the more chances you can have getting a fish in the boat. Pick up a flipping stick and just go to work.
Absolutely, it's something to work on. It's an idea for the angler in your life. If you're searching around for, what do I get this guy for Christmas or this gal for Christmas?
Flipping stick.
There you go, flipping stick.
Yep, and you get a flipping stick. You want a lot of guys and I'll use one too, but a high gear ratio reel, something like either like 7.1 or higher.
Right.
And that's another way. Some of these. There's a reel out there now by Abby Garcia that's actually a 9.1 to 1.
Wow.
It picks up almost 4 feet of line in one turn of the handle.
Wow, that's awesome.
You're talking. That's just like I said, getting that odds against you to pick up that line and get that fish in the boat.
So if you're listening, RB, your cousin-in-law here really likes ducket rods, so use your wholesale abilities here for Christmas time.
There you go. Yeah, there's like I said, there's one of the places I like to picked up a few of my duckets and random other fishing equipment that does really well for me is a company called Tackle Warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually based out of California. They have a shop out there, but they really push their internet business. And it's an excellent place if anybody's out there looking for some Christmas ideas for their angler or their son or dog, whoever. They have a wide variety of stuff from apparel to gear, rods, baits. I mean, they've got a lot of the exotic stuff, a lot of your basic gamakatsu type hooks, Strike King. They handle just a huge amount of tackle.
Right.
And the best part about them is you spend more than $50, it's free shipping.
Right.
If you spend an extra $5 on the shipping, you can get it to your door in 2 days.
Yep.
And that's saved me a lot. You go out fishing like, Tuesday or Wednesday, you got a tournament coming up on Saturday. Oh, crap, I'm out of something.
Right.
Walmart doesn't have it. Paul, anywhere else around here doesn't carry it. Wednesday, you can put that order in, you get it by noon, it'll be at your doorstep on Friday.
Yeah, there's a lot of tackle companies that I deal with on the wholesale side of it. Now, a lot of people are not going to be able to get into these sites. But yeah, you got the search bar there if you're looking for a certain size hook, whatever, you put it in there. Bam, it comes up, it's got a picture, and internet shopping's the way to go. And then I said, I don't carry a lot of high-dollar stuff in my store. It's because this day and age, you're going to get it in a day, just like I'm going to get it in a day, so, and that's the way to go. All right, Travis, we're going to slide into a commercial break. I appreciate you being on here. We got 2 more shows. Hopefully I'll see you next week so I don't have to hear about it from Randy.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too, Travis. We'll see you later. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We'll be right back.
You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes when I'm gone. Oh, you can tell your friends just what a fool I've been and laugh and joke about me on the phone. You can tell my arms go back into the farm. The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or biting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Okay, class, it's time for a pop quiz. What does the best pizza in Wilton plus the best subs in Wilton equal? Pencils down. Johnny, what did you get for your answer?
Sicilian Pizzeria?
That is correct.
The Sicilian Pizzeria is Wilton's #1 spot for lunch and dinner. Treat yourself, your family, coworkers, or friends to a specialty pizza from the Sicilian Pizzeria. Their buffalo chicken, Romano Ranch, Gladiator, or Viagra will satisfy your hunger. If one of their specialty pizzas is not enough, add one of their killer subs or an appetizer to your order. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria today at 563-732-9396.
Hey, here's the rub, Pup. You listen to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
No man alive likes to be called high-smelling and low down.
On KWPC, the voice of Muscatine, AM 860. All right, we're back with Shannon Spooner of Deaf Guy Taxidermy. Now, did you guys get on the computer and look up his site? I'm telling you, there's some fantastic stuff on there. He does some awesome work. I've known we got a bass and a wood duck, or the Chinese duck that I never made.
Mandarin, yeah.
Whatever. I'm usually, when I see duck, it's usually on a plate and there's like some vegetables next to it.
Yeah.
You know, with the feathers on it is a different thing. But a walleye, a bass, all that, everybody's always remarked on your work.
Thank you.
And the thing I find that's impressive on your site, I don't have one in the shop, is the camo dipped skulls.
Yeah.
And those are just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome looking. Go to deafguytaxidermy.com and take a look at some of these camo. And it's not just camo. There's other patterns and stuff.
I can use patterns like flames.
Mm-hmm.
I have patterns that are pets. I can do a cat pattern, a dog pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So I have roughly about 52 patterns to pick from.
Wow. Right, and they're awesome looking. And the thing I was wanting is Van Halen stripes. Can you do the Van Halen stripes? I mean, because I did my 74 El Camino in Van Halen stripes. It's easy. All you need is white paint, Schwinn bicycle red, and some tape. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. But we'll talk about that later. But anyway, you said you had an announcement that you wanted to say on air.
Yes. My announcement is I'm offering $50 off deer heads and $25 off waterfowl and pheasants. The only catch is that you have to tell me that you heard me on Jerry's Outdoor Live to get the discount.
So there you go. Just like that, tell him your good buddy Jerry hooked you up, and Shannon graciously did that. And what is your phone number? Now we're going to give out his phone number here. He does have a phone number, but listen to me. It's Deaf Guy Taxidermy. Don't expect him to answer. It's text only.
Yes.
Okay? You said you do have a recorded message on with your number,
yes.
But it is to text.
Yes. What it does is if someone calls me, a recorded message will come on saying this is a text-only number, so text.
Right.
And so that, so I delete the message after.
Right, absolutely. And the thing is, you text as fast as you read lips. I know when you text me stuff, you're like, well, okay, now on Friday we're going to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm still trying to put in yes. Well, you're not going to answer me for what I said? Well, if you're going to be a jerk about it, I haven't answered the first thing yet. Just hold on. I got autocorrect going on here and all this, you know. No, I didn't call you that. I said going to the beach.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. But that's in this day and age of technology. And we've talked about that before. Right. And you said that this day and age with technology has really helped your business out a bunch.
Yes, it has.
But what I really liked about this was you just said this during break that the ducks you're doing right now, 11 of them came from the Muscatine area.
Yes.
So the power of radio, baby. Yeah. We are out there.
Yeah.
All 75 of you. Listen up. You heard it here. But seriously, and we tried racking our brain on this, but I can't think of a local taxidermist because I get asked that all the time.
Okay.
I think there was a guy, and I might have this wrong. Don't take it for gospel. But I've had guys in my shop said there was a guy around here who did, but they believe he passed away or something like that. So I'm not up on the world of taxidermy. So I'm not sure. But for like say people to find your shop, is that still at your house?
It's still at my house.
Going down there?
It's still at my house, yes.
All right, so contact Shannon and go ahead and give that number out.
Okay. You can text me at area code 563-613-4411. And that's text only.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the important part of
Yes.
it, you know. The other thing is, what I find about your work is so amazing on your website is that you've won quite a bit of ribbons and awards and first place and all that, and you say it's due to you're not distracted. You're when you get into that zone, there's not things bothering you, and you can just see the finished product while you're working on it.
And that's where I have the advantage. Mm-hmm. You know, the number one work distraction is sound.
Oh, I thought you were going to say wives.
That too. No, so I mean, when I'm focused on a job, I can get it done. If there's a bunch of sound around me, it's not going to bother me.
Right, absolutely. Now, what is the weirdest thing you've ever been asked to taxidermy?
I had a gentleman from the Dubuque area bring down a pheasant and a wood duck. He wanted me to mount a pheasant, take the head off of it, put the head of a wood duck on the pheasant body.
What?
And I thought, well, I told him I couldn't guarantee him how it would come out.
Oh my
I'll do my
gosh.
best. And that didn't come out too bad. But it was something I would not expect.
It sounds like you're playing God there, Shannon. And just.
And the ironic thing was, it came around Halloween time.
Wow.
So, but this guy just wanted something different.
Right.
Like,
so then did he get two birds for one then? Because you had an extra head and an extra body.
Well, I had to charge him, what was it? $10 more.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to purchase an artificial head. To do it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, man. That is so awesome.
Yeah, I like the same thing with the jackalope.
Now it's time to fetch yourself up a plate, grab a chair. It's time for cooking Louisiana style with Chef Catherine on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
All right, we got Chef Catherine. Chef Catherine, you ever cooked up a pheasant and a duck at the same time?
Well, actually, that is exactly what I'm going to do on my show today.
Whoa! Coincidence. We didn't plan this or nothing, folks.
Well, kind of. We're going to do a turducken, which is a turkey and a duck and a chicken.
Oh, and I've had this before. We went down to Louisiana, down there to your place for
That's right.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, I make it stuffed with jambalaya or cornbread stuffing. That's the way we do it down here in Louisiana.
Right, and if you go down to Thanksgiving in Louisiana, take a bed. You thought the chicken wing scenario the other night was bad. Go down to Thanksgiving in Louisiana at Chef Catherine's house, because you definitely just take the coronary nap afterwards. You're going to need it.
Well, I heard you did a Christmas show last week. I was alligator hunting in the bayou, so I missed it.
Yep, we couldn't get you on last week because you're out there. What'd you get? What was the biggest alligator?
I was going to do the alligator I got, but they were a little evasive from me.
All right, go ahead, Chef. Let her rip.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to make a turducken. And what you want to do is you want to have a friend who's a butcher if you're going to make this, because you're going to have the turkey, duck, and chicken deboned. Now, you want to make sure you have all the bones out of the duck and the chicken, but the turkey you want to leave on the drumsticks and the wings.
Okay.
So then what you're going to do is you're going to lay out the turkey flat, and you're going to have the skin side down. And you can season it with whatever season you normally do for your Thanksgiving turkey. And you can even use whatever stuffing that you're very fond of. Like I said, down here we use jambalaya or we use cornbread stuffing, or some people even like to do a different stuffing between each layer. But today, for a simple radio, we're going to do the cornbread. So you're going to spread out your cornbread stuffing about a 1/4 inch thick, and then you're going to take your duck and you're going to lay it out on top of the stuffing, and you're going to put some more stuffing on top of the duck, and you're going to put that about a 1/4 inch thick. And you can season the duck, too, with whatever poultry season you might like. And then the chicken, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Line it up in the center of the duck and put about a 1/4 inch of the stuffing on it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the turducken duck turkey combo, and this is where you need 2 people. So, Jerry, if you and Tony Tone are doing this, you need to work together, okay?
Okay. Deal.
So one of you all is going to go ahead and hold the seam together of the duck and the turkey and the chicken, and the other one is going to take some cooking twine and a needle and sew that together. Now, if you have a friend who's a doctor, invite him over, and you have a nice seam. But if you're anything like anybody else, then don't expect it to look too pretty. The main point is to just keep all the stuffing inside.
Oh, absolutely.
So what you're going to do is you're going to put the oven at 225. You want to preheat that. And you're going to cook it for about 8 hours or until the meat thermometer reaches 165 degrees. Now, one thing you might want to do after 4 hours is cover it with foil so that the tips of the wings don't get, too brown. But an important thing is whenever you're cooking meat is that you let it rest for 20 minutes before you slice it, because you want to make sure that those juices have time to rest and kind of work their way through the meat, because if you cut it immediately out of the oven, all the juices are going to go everywhere, and you're not going to have as moist as a product. And also, if you want something a little more moist, you might want to soak the birds in a brine, a sugar brine, or something like that the night before. It's totally up to you.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It is delicious. And this isn't like anything tough, Chef. Normal cook could handle this, correct?
Yes, you just need 2 people to handle the sewing.
Or wooden clothespins would work.
After you sew it together, you need to be very careful when you're flipping it back over.
Right.
So you want to flip it back over and then, put whatever you like to put on the outside of your bird.
Maybe a little bacon, Chef.
There you go.
Yeah, everything's better with bacon
exactly.
on it.
Absolutely. That is all the rage, all this bacon
I
stuff.
know, everywhere. Jeez.
Well, good. So go ahead and, since we're going with the holiday theme, you can go ahead and do that today.
I might be wrong, but I think a lot of grocery stores now, I'm not sure about Hy-Vee out here, but I think they do have turduckens are ready to go in the meat cases around the holiday time. I'm not.
Ooh, well, there you go. You can try it, or you can do it all for yourself, whatever you feel inclined to do.
Of course, everybody looks at it and says $50, and they go, "Oh my God, $50!" Well, you gotta.
Well, if it's $50, that's pretty cheap because they usually go for $100.
Whoa! Wow! Holy cow.
Think about it. You got a turkey, a duck, and a chicken.
Right.
There you go.
The idea that you stuff it with jambalaya just sounds incredible.
Yes, indeed. That's something you can do.
And I still get people up here in Wilton that ask me, well, when's she coming back? We could use a little bit more of that jambalaya.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to have you FedEx me up some, and I'll go down to Froze and sell it for $10 a bowl.
I'll do that.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Chef, we going alligator hunting this weekend, or are we rock climbing again? I saw your post on Facebook.
Well, we like to keep it rocking in Louisiana, so.
Right. What's it?
A little bit of both. I'm going to go explore a cave.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
But next week I'll tell you about a cave I explored, so
there
we'll see how that works out. If I don't come back, well, it was nice doing your show.
There you go. Don't take any spray paint in there and write on the walls or something. Chef Catherine was here.
All right, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. And that's it for Chef Catherine today.
All right, fair shaka, my dear. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Bait Tackle Outdoor Show. We're going to slide to commercial break. We'll be right back.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Okay, class, it's time for a pop quiz. What does the best pizza in Wilton plus the best subs in Wilton equal?
pencils down. Johnny, what did you get for your answer?
Sicilian Pizzeria?
That is correct.
The Sicilian Pizzeria is Wilton's #1 spot for lunch and dinner. Treat yourself, your family, coworkers, or friends to a specialty pizza from the Sicilian Pizzeria. Their buffalo chicken, Romano Ranch, Gladiator, or Viagra will satisfy your hunger. If one of their specialty pizzas is not enough, add one of their killer subs or an appetizer to your order. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria today at 563-732-9396. The Healthy Living Festival is coming to Muscatine on Saturday, October 18th. There will be fun activities for all ages, including seniors. Be sure to visit the Senior Pavilion in the big tent next to the Riverview Center. You'll find special displays for senior citizens. Take part in special exercises anyone can do. You'll enjoy easy access to the golf cart tours and riverboat cruises too. The Senior Pavilion is close to all the other riverfront activities and booths. Open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 18th for the Healthy Living Festival. Get more information at www.healthylivingfest.com.
Local weather brought to you by The Tread Shop, your home for Toyo, Hercules, Bridgestone, Firestone, and Pro Comp tires. Head to The Tread Shop located at 409 Cleveland Street in Muscatine. When it's time to buy your new tires, call 262-9028.
Here's a look at your forecast for KWPC AM 860. Skies stay mainly cloudy across the area throughout the afternoon hours as temperatures top off at around 60 for a high. Northwest winds will stay gusting to about 15 to 25. Then with cloudy skies into tonight, we'll fall to 41 with a northwest wind around 10 to 15 with some higher gusts in the evening. Then skies stay cloudy early Saturday, followed by clearing conditions by the afternoon with a high at 56. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley on AM 860. Right now, it's 54.
And now, coming to you live from Little Havana Trailer Park and Storage Center, it's Breakfast in the Barrio with Havana, Montana. Hola, amigo. Happy Friday, my little friend. How are you, Havana?
Hello, Yari. How you doing? Hi, T-Square.
Hello, Havana.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
What's happening there?
Right now it's we're waiting for the wind to gust up. It looks like it's a little overcast out here, but yesterday was beautiful.
Oh my God!
I love that. 70 degrees.
We're having lots of rain, lots of wind. It's been raining like crazy. Raining cats and dogs, we say. Don't step in a poodle.
Don't step in a poodle. There you go. I gotcha.
Oh, I
love it. Bad. The power went out. I had some bad. You know, I'm glad that you had that guy on today, the taxidermy guy. I might have to have him come down here.
Oh, yeah? You want Shannon to go down to Miami?
Yeah, well, we had a big storm and the power went out. And then, I forgot to turn the pump back on to the moat around the house.
You got a moat?
The albino blue marlin died.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's a shame.
I'm so horny yet. She's going to be upset. I got to figure something out.
Well,
may he come down and stop it, because if not, I'm going to have to feed it to the tiger. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know it die, She likes that albino blue marlin. So I think maybe I have him stuff it and then, maybe tie it to, a remote control boat. Make it go around the moat. She won't even know.
Oh, my gosh.
You're always thinking, my friend. Always thinking.
Hey, you can't be as successful as me without having a few ideas.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. That's
what
true.
they say.
I have some idea what the weather is going to be like this winter. Everybody keep a forecast and all kinds of different things.
Oh, yeah, I know. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, everybody uses weird ideas to figure out the weather, too. I don't know how they do it up there.
Well, we go by woolly caterpillars, which is like a black and brown caterpillar.
Right.
I just found out last night about skunk cabbage, which I never knew existed. And
cabbage. I don't know about that. I
And
don't
then
know about the skunk bud, and all forecasts here for the winter are good. Signs are pointing up.
Signs are pointing up.
No skunky cabbage. That make Oktoberfest no good.
Absolutely. So yeah, there's all these old wives' tales, and you get some people they're hardcore about it, and they'll say, "Hey, this means this means that," and El Nino, La Nino. I don't know what that means.
What you say about your wife? She has a tail?
You know, Havana, sometimes they use the Farmer's Almanac as well, you know? I don't know if you ever read that. That's a good book for you.
Yeah, I'm not too much time for reading with everything going on with all these crazy kids. I have all the kid, Dos Equis, I had to go get him from school. He got suspended.
Oh, you did? That's not good.
Yeah, for fighting.
For fighting?
Wow.
Your Siamese twin boys were fighting?
Well, Dos Equis, those was stayed out of it. But now he got to pay the price, too. It's like, okay, how are we going to keep Equis home and then Dos not go to school? That's not a situation. It's always something with these boys.
What happens if one of them goes out for sports?
Well, the other one's just going to have to tag along, I guess. Better get an extra set of pads. I don't know what to tell you. Like, hey, I want to play football. I want to play chess. Well, guess what? Ding me.
That's so awesome. You're the father of the year.
You know, it's getting to be the end of the year. Holidays coming up, which means you got to spend money left and right.
Mm-hmm.
The flu season, everybody worried about the Ebola.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's going crazy, huh? Everybody go crazy with that.
Yeah, it just like went off the charts, and I've been doing some reading. There's a lot worse stuff out there than Ebola, but everybody's just jumped on this Ebola train.
Yeah. Oh, I got a train?
Well, I guess it's plain, so...
Maybe they should just put everybody on a train and just, keep them choo-chooing around until they figure it out.
Choo-chooing around.
Crazy. Just take your Flintstone vitamin, you'll be okay. Eat your Wheaties, that's what I tell them. Just eat your Wheaties.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's the cure right there.
Right there.
That's right. I tell you, that Bruce Jenner, that guy, he going crazy, man. You remember that guy? He used to be the Wheatie guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, what he doing now?
I have no idea.
I don't know. He wearing a wig and stuff, and looking like a girl and all kinds of crazy stuff.
He looks like Martha Stewart doing drag.
Yeah, look like a Martha Plimpton. What? There's a reference for you. You're like, who the hell is Martha Plimpton? I don't know her. But I don't know. It's the sun coming out now, though. The rain disappeared. The sun coming out. Looking like maybe I'll have a nice weekend.
Havana, we got to come down there one weekend and do some fishing with you. I feel like that you would know all the hot spots, right?
Oh, man. I tell you what. I know the hot spots. The key is keeping horny occupied while I go get hot in the spot. Sometimes she's just on my behind. She's like the caboose that won't quit.
The caboose that won't quit.
Jeez Louise.
All right, y'all ready for Halloween, my friend?
Yeah, I am. I got to go get more candy. I keep eating all that candy.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem at my house. We got a big basket full of chocolate for it, and it's already, I can see the bottom of it already. So that's no good.
Yeah, no good. Yeah, I got to go get some more Twix and all those good things. I like the Kit Kat.
You like the Kit Kats?
Yeah, I like the Kit Kat. I like the song they do. Gave me a break, gave me a break. It's catchy.
You could be the new jingle guy.
There you go.
Hey, Havana, I got to tell you, on Monday on my show, I'm interviewing the lady who is in charge of the Tootsie Roll Company. So maybe she could, maybe you could get your own, Tootsie Roll Pop. How many licks does it take?
I got to call her because, like I said last week, we're trying to find out. Maybe she knows how many licks it takes to get to the center.
I think that's probably a proprietary secret there.
I'll ask her, though, Havana. I'll ask her for you.
Yeah, you'll ask her and tell her she can call me or get him on me in the wild, wild web or whatever, because I want to know. I got to know. But, hey, you guys have a great weekend, and if you're going to do so, I don't know, you're still fishing up there now?
Yep, I'm fishing hardcore. Now, I pretty much do it from the time I get off work till it's too dark, so, and all weekend long, so this is my time.
Well, I hope you have a good time.
All right. Well, if I come across any of that skunk cabbage, I'll make sure I send some down to you.
Yeah, hey, just be careful how you ship it. And remember, stay out of Randy Brewer's beer.
That's no problem there, amigo.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you next week, Havana.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we got a few minutes left here with my guest, Shannon Spooner from Deaf Guy Taxidermy. Now, like I said, if you're playing along at home, make sure you go and look up deafguytaxidermy.com. And you just revamped that site, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yep. So,
yeah, I just revamped the site, added some more photos to it from here, so that.
Yeah, you're always putting new photos on there. So you always got a lot of. Well, you got a heavy workload, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Don't you?
Possibly this spring when I build a new shop, I'll be adding a few guys.
Yeah. You think you'd be able to add a few guys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So how when we get to the crux of the season or the peak of the season, how long of a turnaround is it for some? I'd say I brought in a 12-point buck. I won't.
Right.
I brought in a 12-point buck and say, hey, I need this.
I usually offer a 90-day turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
If the blunt of it is brought into me like by December 1st, anything brought in by December 1st, I can usually get it out within 90 days.
Okay. Now, is there anything that you can't taxidermy, or it's just too mangled up and
roadkill?
Well, I get a lot of animals that way.
You get a lot.
I've had a few people come and bring in roadkills.
Wow.
And they here it's flat as a pancake, and they expect me to say, hey, can you mount this?
Okay, you just stick one of them air things up them.
Yeah, I would. No, I mean it's just so mangled.
Right.
And they said, well, can the skin or fur be shaved? And I said, no. I mean, a lot of people out there are just unrealistic.
Right. Yeah. And the other thing I was wondering about is like say a family pet. Somebody brings in their pet basset hound or their poodle or something.
Right.
I mean,
I can do a few pets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm limited because I use mannequin for other animals to alter.
Right.
So, like for instance, I've done German Shepherds, Labradors, because I can alter like a wolf mannequin or a coyote mannequin to fit that. But if you want your Chihuahua, no, I can't do it.
Right. So if I was to bring in my prized Bessie African elephant and said, hey, I want to taxidermy, get down the road, you know. But anyway, I think it was great. You were here today. We're wrapping up the season. Yours is just really beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So you made a special offer out there. If you want to repeat that offer, or you got to say it once, and if they didn't hear it, that's their problem.
My offer is I'm going to offer anybody that hears me on Jerry's Outdoors Live, offer $50 discount off any deer head brought into me, $25 off any waterfowl or pheasant. But you have to mention that you heard me on Jerry Outdoor Live to get the discount.
There you go, folks. That's a pretty good discount. Awesome. And I know you're in cahoots now with my friend Jimmy Killen.
Yes.
He has a gun shop and that, and I guess you got a couple mounts going in there and, all that. And
I'm working on a deer head for him. They'll be on a pedestal mount. So they'll be on display in his showroom.
Right. So anyway, there's a lot of ways to get a hold of Shannon. There's deafguytaxidermy.com or Shannon Spooner on Facebook.
Yes.
And you also got a Deaf Guy Taxidermy on Facebook.
Yes.
And then plus your telephone number, which is text only, and that is
563-613-4411.
All right. That is my guest, Shannon Spooner from Deaf Guy Taxidermy, a sponsor of the show. I appreciate you coming down here. It was a fantastic show as always. Like I said, I am always totally amazed. If you guys have forgot about this, he is totally 100% deaf. He can't hear a single word I'm saying. If I put my hand up, if I put my hand up for he's gonna punch me. But anyway, hey, this is Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. Next week's show, we're working on it. If you like the Christmas show, you're going to like next week's show. And I think we're going to be doing something on the radio all this week when you hear the time to call in, you want to call in and get registered for it. And we don't want to tip the hat too much, but you need to be listening to the radio all next week, and next week's show will be fantastic. I have to get out of the way for the Sports Stooges. They're coming in. This show is huge now. They've even got the Jim Miller dancers coming in here. Now, they are dancers, but
I think so.
If you like gunshot wounds and stretch marks, but they are dancers.
Right.
We're going to slide out here. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
We'll see you next Friday morning at 9 a.m. for another edition of Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show right here on AM 860 KWPC, the voice of Muscatine, where the fish are always biting. I got one on the line right now, Jer. Here he comes. Yeah, I got him.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I...
KWPC Muscatine, AM 860, the voice